All right, about to start working on the top of the engine. Remove all my hoses and different things. Remove my cold air intake, my fuse box. And then once I get all this stuff out the way, I'll start, working on removing the supercharger and all that. So I can get to the front of the engine and then we'll chime back in from there. I've removed the radiator, leaf spring, fan, taking the belts off, all my hoses and vacuum lines. And I'm gonna start to take the stabilizer bar out and the steering rack out to, of course, as you can see, I need to take all that out to get to the harmonic balancer. And then I'll disassemble the front of the engine, then I'll start working on the supercharger, taking that off, and then breaking down, taking the heads off and that stuff, exhaust. All right, guys, I'm back real quick. Quick update. I'm gonna get ready to take my steering rack out and my front stabilizer bar and all that. But before I, take that stabilizer out, steering rack, as you can see, I done took my fuse box out and my doors are closed. Probably wondering how the hell am I gonna get in my vehicle. I remember to keep the trunk open. I didn't, I usually, disconnect the battery anytime you're working on the car. So you probably already know this, but for some who don't know, the first issue is, how am I gonna open the front door? If you come to the back of your vehicle, you look there to your driver's side rear, you gotta, get that out you guys' way. Get my hands here. See this right here? All you gotta do is pull on that, boom, your doors are open. Boom, pull that. Now you can get in the vehicle. My second issue is, what they don't show you, I'm working on my car, I'm doing the cam swap, as you already know. And before I take that stabilizer, I need to get my wheels straight as possible. As you can see, my wheels are somewhat straight. And before I take that intermediate shaft bolt out and, disconnect the shaft from the steering gear, I'm gonna need to try to lock my wheels some type of way. But right now with everything, disconnected, I can't lock the steering wheel. So you either can do that or you can get some type of a tie strap and lock that steering wheel in place. Or GM makes a special tool to lock the steering wheel, but I don't have the special tool, but I was able to find a screwdriver. And if you look underneath your steering area, there's a hole there. And I was able to, get that in there. And then right now my steering wheel is locked. I can't turn it. So I had to improvise because I don't have that special tool and I ain't feel like trying to go get no bungee cords and all that kind of crap. So a regular screwdriver, I pushed it up in there and turned the wheel where it wouldn't go any further. So right now it's locked in place. So when I go to disconnect that intermediate shaft and, take the bolt out and remove it from that steering gear, I won't be out of alignment. Just a real quick update for those who don't know. Little things like that they don't show you in them videos. Most of them guys I be seeing working on them engines, they done took the whole damn engine out the car. You know what I mean? And most of us not doing that just for a cam swap. We doing it in our garages. So we ain't going to that level, that extent to do a cam swap, take the engine all the way out. Unless you're going to, upgrade your torque converter and all that, it might make sense to take the engine out. But for me, I'm not upgrading the torque converter. I'm just doing the cam swap and upgrade my lower pulley and all the other internals on my heads and phase limiter and, DOD delete. So it don't make sense for me to take the engine out. All right, guys, a little update. As you can see, I pretty much got the steering rack out. And I dropped the stabilizer. I didn't take it all the way off. I just took it off the bracket and lowered it down. I didn't take it all the way out. Also had to take my ABS bracket off, as you can see there, so I can, have enough clearance to get that rack out. But it's just hanging here. Didn't take it off, just took the bracket that holds it up off. Now pretty much the whole front of the engine is free for me to work on it. And I guess I'll start working on getting the supercharger off and then working my way down from the top of the engine down. Oh, and I didn't take my condenser out. I'm not trying to get a charge. You know what I mean? So you don't have to take the condenser out to get the cam out. Should be enough clearance for me to lift that up. Just lift this up over to one side and get it out. Quick update. Just FYI, the supercharger is ready to come out. I've removed the 10 bolts, 5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's 5 on the other side. You may notice I have not removed the throttle body and the pulleys and all that on the supercharger. You do not have to remove the throttle body and the whole front assembly to get the supercharger off. It's designed by GM for it all to come out as one unit. Once again, it's all designed to come out as one unit. So one thing to note is once you get your 10 bolts out, there is a connector at the very back. I've already disconnected mine, but that connector there, you see it right here, my hand is in the way. Let me shine the light down through there. Let's see if you can see it. That connector there. So don't just get to deboring and using all your muscle and trying to yank that thing out. You got to move it forward a little bit, and then you got to relieve that connector. Now there's a little red clip you push up on, push that clip to unlock it, that red little notch to unlock it, and then you push down on the little thumb thing there and then pull it out. You might have to use it, wiggle it a little bit. You know, it probably hasn't been removed since this car was built in 2016, so not sure what year your vehicle is, but take your time and be sure to remove that connector first. And then the supercharger is ready to come out. So I can't record. I don't have anybody here to help me record, so I need both my hands. So I'm gonna end the video right here. The next video you'll see the supercharger out, and I'll start working on removing the heads, the headers and the heads and all that, and go from there. Guys, I'm back doing this cam swap, is still doing the teardown. Right now, as you can see, I pretty much got the supercharger off. This is the LT4 setup. So the supercharger has been removed, and I'm getting ready to take the insulator off, and then start taking off the fuel lines, high pressure fuel lines, and go from there. Hey, what's up, guys? We're back at it. Still disassembling the engine. As you can see, we got the supercharger off, and I'm about to start working on the heads and all that, and headers and all that, and then keep working my way down. So I'm gonna set my camera up, and then we'll just go go along. But I guess I can show you first. I've already disconnected the fuel line here. I already disconnected that with my tool. And I've already removed the insulation. Well, I don't say insulation, but noise reducer, whatever they call that. And as you can see now, we have exposed the high pressure fuel lines. I'm gonna disconnect all that, pull my fuel rails out with the injectors. Then I'm gonna start removing the headers and all that, and shoot, take the heads out. All right, stay tuned. Let me get my camera set up.